Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back, Six Man Blitz. I'm Jake Lynch. This dude, Dick Buckets, is already trolling Jets fans by saying Groundhog Day, they got eliminated from the playoffs. What a good way to start off February. Dick Buckets already trolling Jets fans.
You've been very active on Twitter,
Yes.
man. What's up, everybody? I'm Micah, man. The Bulls claim first place once again. With all the injuries, they got banged up. It don't matter. The Bulls are back.
The Bulls are back. I love to see it. Even with our injuries going on right now and everything going on there, we're still the best team out there.
Can't take it from us.
Can't take it from us. Can't take away our number one seed. But welcome everybody to Six Man Blitz. We got a great show for you guys today. We got the boy, Joe Herff, on the podcast. He does great work over there at Bears Goggles On and Fireside Bears. He came on the show, talked everything about the Bears. New GM Ryan Poles, new head coach Matt Eberflus, talked everything there, talking about off season, different things like that. After the interview, stay tuned because we got Tom Brady retiring, got Jimmy G trade options, and we got the new Washington football team nickname, mascot, Commanders. We'll talk about that. Everything. Make sure to go follow our social media at Six Man Blitz, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Follow us on there. Keep in tune with what we're doing over there. Make sure to subscribe, Six Man Blitz, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you listen to podcasts. The boys are on there, man. And I think that's it. But you got anything else before we head into the interview?
Let's get into it.
Hey, man, let's get into it.
Touchdown Bears! No way!
Hanks fires. Yes! The Bulls lead 87-86.
Hello? You play to win the game.
Let's go to eat a damn snack.
All right, now let's welcome on the boy, the man of the hour, Joe Herff. How you doing today, man?
I'm good. How are you?
We're good, man. Just chilling, like you said earlier. The snow day, man, is getting crazy. Finally got that first big snow, so kind of happy about it.
Yeah, pretty thankful it wasn't horrible up here because, I had to drive to work today, but still got a little bit of snow. Yeah, like you were saying. Roads were kind of tough, but it's getting better now, and it's nice to have some snow out in the yard,
Yeah, and they're saying it's going to be like 12 inches, 20.
Inches.
Yeah, they're saying all these crazy numbers, and it looked like it isn't as bad as they thought, but it's still, a big number.
Yeah, of course.
Of course. That's how it always is. But let's start off with the Bears news. Got a new head coach, Matt Eberflus. What are your thoughts on the hiring of the new head coach?
Yeah, man, so I'll say off initially, I wasn't the biggest fan of him. Defensive-minded head coach wasn't really high on it, but reading more into it, the fact that he's kind of going to be overseeing the whole operations of it, according to that press conference, I'm becoming more and more of a fan. And the way he kind of talks, the way he kind of is going to hold his players to a higher standard is very attractive in a coach. With the whole, you guys better get your track shoes ready. We're an effort-based team. We're going to be aggressive, fast, physical. I just love hearing those kind of things, especially when you didn't really see a discipline or sort of a conditioning team with the Bears under Nagy. So I think it's going to be a nice change of energy in the building, and I'm really excited to see how that kind of changes out.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of Bears fans were kind of like that at first. We weren't too high on him, and then we got to know him. We were kind of like, all right, I like this guy.
Yeah, I had to do some research, man. I was like, who the hell is this dude?
No, for sure. And that was the other thing, too, is I knew the Colts had a solid defense. I knew he was kind of the head of the show, and it was because of him, even though it's crazy because how good they were without any real edge rushing players. Like all they had really was drawing a blank on his name again. Their defensive lineman who's an absolute force. Oh, DeForest Buckner.
DeForest Buckner.
All they had was really him on the D line. They still were creating pressure and creating sacks just by the way he was mixing up any sort of twists and everything like that on the defensive line and stopping the run. So really interested to see how he does now here with, Matt Quinn and possibly if you keep Eddie Goldman, it could be very interesting here.
Yeah, that's definitely a great point. Now, so let's move to GM Ryan Poles. What do you think he'll be the best GM hire out of this season?
That's tough to say, man. I'm high on him too. He had a shaky start to this press conference, but he's picked it up as it went on. Kind of got comfortable with the media, and even had a nice comment back to Mark Potash. But regardless, it's hard to tell because you really can't tell what point or what part he had in the Chiefs kind of scouting department when it comes to offensive linemen, skill position players, Patrick Mahomes as a specific one. So it is very hard to tell. I'm high on him again, but we really won't know until about 5 years down the line from now.
Definitely. But hey, Matt and Ryan though, people are nervous about that. Says it could get tricky.
Yeah, I couldn't believe especially the Ryan P. It's just weird from going Ryan Pace to Ryan Poles right away. That just completely threw me off.
All right, now what do you think the Bears need to do this offseason right away? What do you think their biggest moves need to be this offseason?
So I think kind of Poles actually kind of tipped his hand with that. I think they really need to completely revamp the offensive line. He went on, I want to say it was 670 to score. I believe it was yesterday afternoon where he went on and he said he saw Justin Fields on the ground way too many times and nobody going to help him up. So I think that's kind of him tipping his hand that he's going to revamp that entire offensive line group. And then the next thing they really need to get to is getting weapons for Fields. And once you get those two things, everything else will come around.
No, yeah, I think this offense needs to be worked on the most this offseason.
For sure.
Yeah,
and
that's always been one of the things.
every year. We talk about it every year. But at least this year we got a quarterback that we can at least build around. We got a few staples on the offensive line with possibly Tevin Jenkins and Larry Borum. And you got a star running back Montgomery and an up-and-coming receiver in Mooney. So outside of that, though, you just got to find the depth behind it and add a little more high-end talent at wide receiver.
Now, I like some of the names that are coming out in free agency. Chris Godwin. Who's somebody you want the Bears to go after heavily in this free agency?
I really want Taron Armstead at left tackle. I would hand him a blank check and say we need you like desperately. And outside of that, with wide receiver, I'm not really looking to target one of those high-end guys like Godwin or Gallup just because they're coming off injury, and that's a risk. Again, it worked off with Allen Robinson, but that's not a guarantee it'll work with these two as well. I would like to see them go after a guy like DJ Chark and then draft another guy on top of that. Chark with his 6'4", 4.4 speed, it's going to be hard to cover.
Right.
Yards after catch, deep threat, wins jump balls. He's kind of got the whole package. Just kind of got held back by Jacksonville. So him with like say a David Bell and Mooney, that's a lethal wide receiver core.
Now, yeah, this receiver core in the draft is very deep, so we don't really got to go after a guy in free agency.
Yeah, I'd agree with that too. But the only issue is I would say it depends which receiver you're targeting. Because if they're targeting a small, fast guy again, they definitely need to get a big guy. I know Nagy was kind of against targeting those tall, big receivers for some reason, but Bears definitely need to get more of those in the building now that he's out of the picture.
Now you're talking about the draft. Let's stay on the draft real quick. They don't have a first round pick this year. What direction do you think the Bears should go in the second round, maybe third round? What direction do you think the Bears should go in the draft?
I think it really depends on free agency and who falls. David Bell, like I said, was kind of a name I was looking at.
I see a lot of people liking him.
Yeah, he reminds me a lot. It's a common comparison for guys that are such smooth route runners, but not big and not extremely fast. His big comparison is kind of Keenan Allen, Rashad Bateman. So I love the way he runs his routes. Outside of that, I would like to see them. It depends again, free agency, but defensive line could be a need if they want to cut ties with Eddie Goldman. Akeem Hicks gone, possibly Bilal Nichols gone too. The way that Eberflus kind of defense runs, we see with DeForest Buckner, he needs kind of a high end, like 3 technique D linemen. So we could see that in the second round too.
That's some good options for sure.
Now, we've seen Mooney break out this year. We've seen Khalil Herbert. These kind of guys have good seasons. Who is somebody for this season you think is going to have a breakout year for the Bears?
I would say if you don't call Cole Kmet's last season a breakout, I would say he breaks out this next season. I think that Getssy's going to be better at scheming him open than Nagy ever was. He doesn't need to be schemed open, but he's not going to be running those 2-yard curls that he had to be running basically every time he was going to run a route. Another good one could be it depends who they bring in at tight end too. Basically, whoever I think takes over tight end is going to have an enormous breakout season.
Be good to see another great tight end in Chicago, Greg Olsen. We need somebody like that.
Oh yeah, big physical guy who can catch anything. That's what we need.
Now we're talking about Darnell Mooney having that breakout year. If he has another breakout year, it just keeps going to, keep going up and up. Do you think he could be a top 10, top 15 receiver at the end of next year?
I don't know about the end of next year. It really depends who they bring in, and if they become like a target hog like a Robinson was, it's gonna kind of hurt him a little bit. And it also depends on how much Justin Fields plays and stays healthy. But statistically, he could be if you see them bringing guys like a Jamison Crowder in the slot and then like draft somebody. Mooney then obviously is the number one option, so he could easily have a top 10 or 15 season.
Now, what do you think about the Arlington Heights move for the Bears?
Man, I love it, especially with me living outside the suburbs in the middle of nowhere. I got to take that metro train all the way to Chicago normally. I got to walk like a mile, 2 miles to the stadium. No parking. You can't drive there. The Arlington Heights would be amazing to get a bigger stadium because you can't build Soldier Field any bigger. Would be good for parking. Would be good for just the overall aspect of the suburbs. Arlington Heights would get a huge boom. Tons of bars and restaurants would open up around it. It would just be honestly better for every surrounding area.
I'm for it. Arlington Heights is closer. The parking, man, we need to change.
Yep, agreed. Especially the stadium size is a huge one. Like, you can't be in Chicago with one of the smallest stadiums in the NFL, if not the smallest.
Yeah, and it's inside too, so you can get like March Madness going on there. You can get Super Bowl going. You can do so much things with a dome and not just an old outside stadium. I definitely like the move for Arlington. For
sure, and especially other sports too, like you were saying. Like, I mean, the World Cup's coming here in 2026.
Right.
Obviously, Arlington Heights won't be done by then, but it could easily be hosted in Chicago, and that'd be huge for the city. But Soldier Field's too small, so they got to go to cities like Minneapolis. They got to go to Cincinnati,
like
St.
the newer
Louis.
stadiums.
Yep.
All right, now switching over to the broader NFL range, whole Brian Flores situation. What are your thoughts on the whole situation that's going on with Brian Flores and the whole thing going on there?
I don't want to say anything without being more educated. I read through it briefly. The text messages between him and Bill Belichick were kind of tough.
Yeah.
Like, after that, I felt bad for him, like getting hyped up and then just to get the rug pulled from under you, like, oh,
right.
Just kidding. I don't think the Giants necessarily did anything wrong in terms of having to do the Rooney Rule, because I think that part was wrong. They already interviewed Leslie Frazier twice, I believe, before they even interviewed Dable. So don't think that had anything to do with it. I do think that he was mistreated by the Dolphins. I'm sure he had to tank. All I know is he's probably never getting a head coaching job again now that after coming out like this. So I kind of feel bad for him. I don't know why he'd want to do that. I'm sure tons of owners have their coaches tank, and we're going to see more of that come on now. I know Hugh Jackson just came out now too. Yeah. So I think we're going to hear possibly a lot more with coaches who are no longer in the NFL.
No, yeah, it definitely sucks.
Owners have so much power. It's definitely hard to go against them, but I'm rooting for them.
I'm assuming they'll settle. He'll win some money, but he talks about at the very beginning how passionate he is about coaching, and unfortunately, he's probably never going to be a head coach again.
Yeah, unless he's go college or USFL even. I mean, it's looking like that route.
For sure.
But now with all the Packers coaches leaving for other opportunities, can we possibly see a Packers downfall?
We won't see a downfall till Rodgers is gone, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think it's looking that way. I know he really wanted Gessie as the offensive coordinator. I know Nathaniel Hackett's gone. Those are his two main guys on the offensive side of the ball that he loved. So I could easily see him going to Denver to follow Hackett. I think if he's gone, they're over. Like they don't have any money.
Yeah.
They probably have to eat some of his contract when they trade him away too. They won't be able to let the other team absorb it completely. So definitely once he's gone, they're definitely going down.
Hey, only one can hope. Only one can hope, man.
We need it. We need it for sure.
Now, the Washington Commanders, what are your thoughts on that team, Nick?
It wasn't my top choice, but I don't think it's bad. Like,
yeah,
I think everyone's initial reaction right now is going to be like, oh, this nickname sucks.
That's how it always is, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then it grows on you. Like the Washington football team grew on me. Like, I was like, okay, this is actually kind of cool.
The football team.
Yeah, that's how I was like that too.
Yeah, like initially everyone's like, wow, this sounds really stupid. And then it just kind of grew and it became normal. So I think right now everybody's reactions is just it sucks, but I'm okay with it. I would have liked the Red Tails or the Red Wolves a lot better.
Yeah,
but
stay with the R.
Exactly. With the whole red at the beginning. And the Red Tails with like the Tuskegee Airmen would have been super cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Now, with the Super Bowl, the Bengals and the Rams being in it, who do you got for the Super Bowl winning this year?
Oh, I got the Rams. I picked them before the season started. I'm backing them now. I thought they were kind of falling off the end of the year, but with that Odell coming on and we're getting Von Miller, and I just don't see the Bengals stopping that offense, and I don't see Joe Burrow getting away with the things he'd get away with against the Chiefs that he's going to try and get away with against the Rams.
Yeah, Aaron Donald. That's two words right there.
Von Miller,
Aaron Donald.
These guys.
Yeah,
exactly. Jalen Ramsey. Like, man, it's going to be tough.
I want to see that Jalen Ramsey, Jamar Chase matchup. I think that's going to be good.
I hope he just shadows him all game.
That's
follows
him
everywhere. Yep, 100%.
All right, now for the last part of the interview, we're going to do rapid fire takes. It's not going to just rapid fire questions. You ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, let's do it.
All right, now if you could interview anybody in the world, who would it be?
Let's go George McCaskey. I want to ask why he's so stupid.
Good. This is good. This is good. All right. Now, who is the best uniforms in the NFL?
Ooh, that's really tough. I like the Titans a lot. I like their colors.
Nice. I like how the accessories everyone wears like red. I think that's cool.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, one of the most important questions over the decades: Jordan or LeBron?
Jordan.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we can rock with you for that.
Of course.
All right. Now, White Sox or Cubs?
White Sox. I see the hat too.
There we go. There we go.
All right. Now, if you were president for the day, what would your first move be?
Student loan decks. I don't want mine anymore.
Yeah.
Hey, help us out. Okay. All right. Now, would you rather be an all-time great rapper like Drake or all-time great basketball player like LeBron?
I would say rapper, just because you don't put your body on the line for your job.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Now, if you're in the street alley, right? It's 3 a.m. You get into a street fight. Who are you picking to fight with you?
Ooh, that's a good one. Probably like Conor McGregor. That dude could probably kill somebody.
Oh yeah, he's crazy. You know, Conor always doing something in the media, so it's not a bad choice. If you don't go MMA fighter or something, I think something's wrong with you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
so that's definitely a good choice. Now, if you could be any superhero in any movie, what superhero are you choosing?
See, I'm not a big superhero person. This is tough. Probably like Iron Man or Superman. I'll go Iron Man though, just because he's so rich and that suit is super cool.
Oh yeah, that's super. They can do anything. That's super. Can't go wrong with those answers.
All right, now you got 3 dinner guests, dead or alive. Who are you picking?
Walter Payton.
Okay.
George Halas.
Okay.
Last one will be tough. Let's say we'll change up the sport. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay, sticking all sports.
Good
Okay.
list.
Yeah, I'm a big sports guy.
Okay, yeah. All right, we can see. All right, so for the last question, we ask everybody this question. In the movie Cars, do they have life insurance or car insurance?
Oh man, that's tough. Both. Car insurance kind of covers your injuries, your dents, all that stuff. Your life insurance covers your, if you die.
Okay, all right.
And
hey, as long as
it's the first time we got this one.
as long as you can back it up, then we're fine. Any answer, you just gotta back it up though.
It's like you have medical insurance, like when you get an injury, and then if you have life insurance when you die,
See, See, you're preaching over here. This is probably one of the best rapid fires we've done. You've been on it. You've had a good answer. So hey,
thank you.
Good answer. All right, that's all we got for you. Appreciate you coming on. Go check out Joe. His Twitter handle is Joseph Herff NFL. He does great work with Bears Google or Bears Goggle on and Fireside Bears. So definitely go check him out over there. He does great content over there.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, no problem. Appreciate you, man.
Of course.
All right, hope you guys enjoyed that interview. Check him out on Twitter at Joseph Herff. That's great things. Fireside Bears and Bears Goggles on. So definitely go check that out over there. Great interview. But now let's get into the rest of the NFL. Tom Brady officially retires after all these years in the NFL. And it's kind of crazy because we've only known a league where Tom Brady has been in it.
He's been in the league longer than we've been live.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think.
And he was drafted 2000, and he's just been in the league ever since. He played all these years and to win all these championships. He's won 22% of the Super Bowls. I think that was the right stat, something like that. There was crazy stats like that. He's been to 10 Super Bowls, all these numbers, and it kind of sucks though that he didn't get to report it. And I feel like that's the one part that sucks for Tom Brady.
No, and the thing is, like, I would have much rather have him be like, all right, this next season is my last season. So, then if he's playing your team, all right, I'm going to put all my money down to see Tom Brady play his last time, because that opportunity, I feel like everybody in their mama, like if they come and play the Bears, or like, we're going to that game.
Right. And it's like a lot of people did that this year when he went back to New England. A lot of people wanted to go to that game, but that was only one game everybody had to go to. And Mike Evans threw the ball in the crowd, and that's the twice that happened this time. But you can't blame him on this one, though. That first one, the 500 touchdown he threw in the crowd, you got to blame him for that one.
Yeah.
But this one, bro, it's a playoff game. They're coming back, those to the crowd. You cannot blame him for that. The one person I do feel bad for, though, is Big Ben. he's all about the spotlight, all about the fame. Look at my walking boot, look at my arm sling. He's one of those girls that needs the attention in middle school.
That has a knee brace.
Knee brace on, yeah, over the jeans, over the jeans. She's definitely one of those. But he only got the spotlight of retiring for 2 days, and he's got to go in the same time Tom Brady does. So that kind of, sucks for him, the overlap that happens there. Because he would have, he might unretire just to play one more year, so he doesn't have to go in the same time as Tom Brady. Just knowing Big Ben and the whole, Coach K, he's getting looked over by Tom Brady.
People, man.
Too many people have been retiring, and they say, when it only happens in groups of threes. When they leave, Tom Brady, Ben Roethlisberger, and Tate Martell. Let's do it. Let's do it, man. Tate Martell.
Guy, man. You love Tate Martell, bro. Like back in the day.
Bro, he was the GOAT, bro. He's definitely the greatest high school quarterback of all time. You can't take that away from him. He played a national schedule. He did have some dogs on his team, but it is what it is.
Did he play with Snoop's son or?
Yeah, he played with Snoop's son. Yeah, played Cordell.
I give it to him, man. Good career, good high school career. He's gonna be like Uncle Rico, man, living through those high school days.
Bro, everyone started coming for him on Twitter because he retired. They're like, bro, he's retiring for practice. Which I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But it sucks to see the guy leave like that. Now let's switch over to Jimmy G. He's out of there. It's been clear. Niners, they traded up to get Trey Lance, traded first-round pick 2 consecutive years to get Trey Lance. He's out of it. What do you think is the best landing spot for Jimmy G?
Nah, hear me out, man. I like him to Pittsburgh because this is not the best quarterback draft. Kenny Pickett, I guess, is a good pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers, but hear me out. Jimmy Garoppolo, proven winner. No matter where he goes, he wins.
Proven.
With Mike Tomlin, proven winner.
Proven winner.
He wins with whoever is at quarterback. Ben Roethlisberger literally limped them to the playoffs. And tell me the Steelers won't win more games with Jimmy Garoppolo than they did with Ben Roethlisberger.
I don't know if I would take that.
Think about it.
I think it'd be close.
He looked last year.
I think it'd be close.
Because he lost them some games that year. He lost them some games. And Jimmy comes in with a defense similar to the 49ers defense. Steelers got a good defense, some weapons, Najee Harris. The only thing they're missing is that offensive line.
But Jimmy G does get bailed out a lot because of Kyle Shanahan. And Steelers don't have offensive guru like Kyle Shanahan.
I could hear you on that. But they got Mike Tomlin.
That's the part. That is true. Winner and winner come together. But does 2 negatives make a positive, or does two positives make a negative?
You're taking me back to I'm a journalism major, bro. I don't deal with
taking you back to the biology classes. I'm getting you that y equals mx plus b, that the conversion method, all these that's math, but whatever. I like Jimmy G. What do I say? The football team, the Commanders. What are we calling them now? I mean, I'm not gonna say the Commanders. It's like the Cleveland Guardians. I'm not gonna call them the Guardians for a while. I'm gonna call them
They're the Guardians now?
Yeah, exactly. See, it's I mean, you're not a big baseball guy as it is, but they're the Cleveland Guardians now. So I do like Jimmy G. I feel like he's got a good job anywhere he goes, especially with Brady retiring. And what if Jimmy G went to the Packers?
Hey, I'd be happy with that. We can beat Jimmy G.
Aaron Rodgers leaves, goes, and anywhere. Broncos, Bucks, Vikings, Raiders. Jimmy G takes over for the Packers. Now, he's better than Jordan Love. He's a proven winner.
That's really all you can say. He's a proven winner.
There's not much you can say for Jimmy G. That's
he's a good guy.
Let's do the draft report. Good guy, sneaky athleticism, first one in, last one out.
He's a handsome guy.
High motor, handsome guy. I would let him date my daughter.
Yeah.
What up? He's a winner. He can stand in the pocket, I guess. I don't know. That's
but think about it. Like, there's a lot of quarterbacks out there that aren't winners, and they are good, but they're not winners. Would you rather have a guy that like Jimmy Garoppolo who wins, but he's not good?
Would you rather have Jared Goff or Jimmy Garoppolo?
I'm taking Jimmy Garoppolo all the time, all day.
I don't know about that.
I know you're a Jared Goff guy for some odd reason.
I'm not a Jared Goff guy. I'm just saying. I mean, that's a valid question. That is.
I mean, because last episode you did say Jared Goff right now is better than Justin Fields.
No. I said, bro, Justin Fields didn't have a great season. That Kirk Cousins is still, but all right, whatever. All right, so let's go to the Washington Commanders. That's the new name in town. W or L? I think we should start there.
Like we talked about this with Joe. It's like it's hard to have a new name and it be so new for it to be good. You know, it takes overtime. Over time, we'll find out if it's good or bad. You know.
Yeah, I'm trying to look it up right now. Those black helmets were hideous, though.
I like the black uniforms, though. Those are nice.
I think the black helmets were bad, though. You said what?
Maybe I'm alone on that.
Yeah, I think you might be alone. I like the helmets, though. They got the matte-ish to them. I think we have to see them in person, but the black W does not look good. That is not it.
Who said they were a Big 12 team?
Somebody said they're a Pac-12 team. They do give me XFL vibes. Because they don't have a name in the center. It's kind of off here. The W is right here on the helmet where obviously it should not be ever. But
yeah, that hype video, bro, was misleading as hell. They're like, everybody's going to love this. You know, you've seen the Washington football.
Yeah, I mean, the player, like the thing is, though, the players, they show them the uniform. They show them the logo. What are they going to say? It sucks? They're going to say, I don't like this. Let me do something else.
Think about it. Like, if you ever go to work, do you be like, I hate this uniform? Think about it.
That's different, though. That's different, though. I'm not getting videotaped and put out there to a million people.
Your Pizza Hut uniform, hey, I see your uniform sometimes. You get to wear whatever you want. No.
Pizza, I wear jeans and a hoodie. But Pizza Hut is different than the Washington football team. The NFL football team is different than a small town Pizza Hut.
I guess it's a bad comparison, but you know what I'm trying to say.
My boy trying to get them Colin Coward comparisons down. And,
the hat backwards kind of shit.
Yeah, the hat backwards kind of guy, hoodie up, running from the police. This is not my kind of quarterback. Those three are it for today's episode. Shorter episode. Next week, Micah will be on vacation. So I don't know if we're gonna have a guest or anything, but definitely stay tuned. Shorter episode again, probably next week. Next week probably be just a Super Bowl. We'll probably just talk about Super Bowl the whole time, unless something big in sports happens. Maybe draft or maybe free agency. Maybe Jimmy G gets traded by then. Who knows? So definitely stay tuned for next week. What you got for closing remarks, though?
Rihanna and A$AP Rocky.
Oh, this is good.
Are having a baby, and that literally took over the internet. It's crazy, bro. I seen everybody's like, Drake's gonna drop the best album
he has to.
ever after this, and he has to because he unfollowed both of them off Instagram.
You know how much time you have to go to look on Instagram and see who Drake is following. Like
it's a lot of time.
It's a lot of time, and you have to who came up with that idea? Who came up with? Let me go track Drake's following.
But he does follow A$AP Mob, A$AP Ferg. He follows those people. So it's like.
I mean, you know. My closing remark, I started watching Euphoria.
It's too much sex. I can't watch it.
There's a lot of nudity. There's a lot of drugs. But it's crazy storyline. The storyline is crazy. You know, I don't watch a lot of shows like that. Maybe I should start watching that to get on the draft report. But this show is very good. I've been addicted to this ever since I started watching it.
Okay.
There's just
I see what you're into now, though.
I don't watch a lot of shows though. Everyone's always talking about the sex and everything, and I don't know. Storyline is good though, but obviously that is also there too. But it is a good show. If you haven't checked it out, I definitely highly recommend it. Unless sex and drugs aren't your thing, which. I mean, it's not anybody's thing, but there's just when you have too much of it, I guess that's where
if you like HBO and Stars, those kind of networks,
you'll be fine.
Kind of show.
Yeah. But if you like watching, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not even going to compare anything, but definitely go check it out if you like it. That's all we got for today's show. Make sure to follow us on social media, like I said earlier, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, at 6Man Blitz. We're posting our picks on there soon for the Super Bowl. You leaning towards the side right now?
Yeah, I'm going Bengals.
Okay, I think I'm leaning towards that side too. So we might be on the same side for Super Bowl. Who knows? A lot of things can happen
This
leading
Super
up
Bowl
to
is
that.
hard though, because it's like I'm not really rooting for one like a team. I'm rooting for just one person, you know.
Yeah, like I'm rooting for Odell on the Rams. I'm rooting for Joe Burrow on the Bengals. Yeah, I see what you're talking about. But so we might be on the same side for that. We weren't on the same side last year. We saw that. There's been a lot of times we weren't on the same side, which have been good. But it looks like we're going to be on the same side for this one. But make sure to subscribe to 6Man Blitz, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. Check us out on YouTube. Check out our other series, Monsters Draft Report. Check out Off-Season Keys. So definitely 2 videos are coming out soon from Micah doing the Chargers and Steelers coming up this week. So definitely go check those out. They've been doing good so far. So check those out. Check out other series too. And that's all we got. I know I've been long-winded, but see you guys next week. Peace.
Peace.